Welcome to the Everyday Leader podcast, where conversations inspire action, growth, and impact. Hosted by two passionate leaders, Shannon and Conrad, this podcast is for those who strive to lead with purpose and integrity in their life. Whether you're navigating big decisions, seeking balance, or dreaming of creating change, we're here to help explore the tools, stories, and insights that help everyday leaders thrive. Join us each episode as we dive into the art of leadership at work, at home, and in the world. Because leadership isn't a title, it's a way of being.
Hey, all, and welcome back to Everyday Leader, the podcast. I'm Shannon here with Conrad.
Welcome, everyone.
And today we are going to talk about consistency. So, just to orient everyone here, prior to hopping on this recording, Conrad and I were just doing a little bit of a review in the work that we've been doing together and noticed that we've known each other for a while, but in 2021, 2022, we really made this commitment to start sharing leadership learnings, leadership stories, leadership tools with whoever wanted to hear about them.
Yes. And it has taken the commitment. We made the commitment to that. And what we want to explore today is after you make a commitment, what keeps that commitment alive? And one of the ways we assert is being consistent or consistency.
Yes. So we've now this will be our 21st episode of Everyday Leader podcast. Prior to that, What's in Your Leadership Backpack, we had about 42 episodes. And yeah, I want us to just share with you all what we're learning about consistency.
Yes. One thing we have learned about consistency is same day, same time,
That's so
which
tactical. So
which
tactical.
sounds so simple and so tactical. And early on, we would have the best of intentions to say, "Oh, we're going to do that. We'll just find the time next week," and that time would never come. So in the beginning of our journey, it was like, "Oh, we'd miss a few weeks, or we would not record." And lesson one that we've learned: same time, same day, every week.
Yeah, I think it also says something to the fact that we were not just committed to um, this, I guess, this like intention, right? Or this quest to put this type of information and relate in this way to leadership out in the world, but also we were committed to consistency. Like we knew if it was ever going to happen that we needed to find a way to do it on routinely, right?
Right,
That was a
right. So that
specific.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. What else? What's a learning you have, Shannon, around being consistent?
Well, I think the question is like, what will help you stay consistent, right? So
Mm,
you make
there's-
you answered that a little bit, right? So you make the commitment, then you decide, oh, consistency is needed in order for me to be successful in this commitment. Same day, same time. That's one way. Another way that I think we've learned together actually, is that in order for us to stay consistent, we also need um, things to be simple.
Yes. Thank you for bringing that. Yes. It's reminding me early on, we did not hold that orientation of simple. We were trying to figure everything out before we got started. And our shift and what we committed to was keep it simple, be in relationship, be in conversation, and that will generate what we want to put out in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm getting consistency with time, consistency for us. It was consistency with what is the simple approach,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead, Jim.
Well, I mean, I'm just sort of thinking about this because right now, because one of the ways that we keep this simple is by not scripting everything or thinking too hard about what we're going to share when we share it, which sometimes is like very obvious and sometimes is less obvious, I'm sure. But um, maybe that's it, right? Like real permission to not get it right all the time.
Yes, yes, yes. Consistency, not in getting it right, but consistency of showing up and doing it, and then learning, just like our leadership growth cycle that we've done work with teams. It's about building awareness, acknowledgement, and then shifting based on the learning and then integrating that back in. So it doesn't have anything in that about getting it right the first time, every time. It has everything to do with showing up, being present, and then circling back on the learning to integrate to improve.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I do want to bring this into the conversation then, because the interesting thing about this example we're sharing is that you and I have complete control over this project and over our commitment to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you say, or what do you say when that's not the case? What is it when consistency is needed and you don't necessarily have control over creating the container you want, and it's okay if you don't get it right, and you can't
Yeah.
actually keep it simple. It's actually a very complex situation. What do you say then?
I say be consistent in the way that you show up and then create from it. That's one thing I would say, because what really matters about consistency is you being fully present, us being fully present as leaders, showing up and then creating from what's there. Yes, it can be complex. Yes, it can be not the same time because emergencies come up or new deadlines come up, but pointing back to being consistent on how you show up and showing up well with relationship in mind. That's the consistency that really matters at the core.
Yeah, that's what I think is so important about that is, well, it's the one thing that you have control over.
Yes.
It's the one thing that you can be consistent about and work towards. It's
Yeah,
how you show up. And sometimes that's the only thing.
that is the only thing. And showing up doesn't mean always. Well, what I want to say here, showing up means to stay, but it also means you know when to go or leave or transfer. I had a client, we were talking about showing up, and they do a great job of showing up for their team and are consistent about showing up. And it was a bit collapsed. What was discovered in our conversation was it was a bit collapsed that showing up means that you're always staying, and that's not true. There's also time to go, to
Mhm.
move on to the next project, to move on to the next um, career, to move through into another relationship. So showing up is really important in consistency because it gives you information on how to be in action.
Yeah, and the quality that you're speaking to is awareness, right? I
Mm.
think we talk about showing up and it's like, what does that actually mean? And but this element that you're speaking to when it comes to consistency is really this piece of awareness, like have awareness, be present, have awareness.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool. So consistency. We shared a bit about our journey in this podcast as an example, and really love, Shannon, that you brought in the root and the core of consistency for a leader for every day is, how am I consistent in how I show up every day? Maybe that's the question to ponder.
Yeah, I love that question. All right. Until next time.
Be well.